Mike, that is the perfect start. Did you see that coming?
We set our stall out really to make sure we had something in the game. That was the important thing. You know, a lot of things are going on, a lot of things are happening, and we wanted just to galvanise each other together. And it was great to see that the team pulled together and the staff pulled together, and we got the result that has surprised a few people.
You went with Jake Livermore at the back, such as your lack of options. Was that to counter Leicester's pace?
Well, I asked Jake probably a week ago, probably 10 days ago actually. We were on pre-season, and I asked him would he have a go at it. I put Tom in there at one point, and then I asked Jake if he'd do it, and Jake seemed pretty comfortable on the ball, and it was just a case of what you have to do in order to get the players out on the football field, and he accepted that responsibility really, really well, and I thought today the whole team produced a performance.
He looked pretty natural, as did Curtis Davis. The 11 as a whole, have they really bonded together because of the problems and despite of the problems that have been going on?
Well, it's always a difficult situation for football players, but at the end of it all, they are professional football players playing in probably the best league out there. So they've earned that right to be here and to be in this league. And I think they enjoyed themselves today. And we asked them to do certain things. They've carried out those messages really well. I think they've enjoyed themselves doing that. And, you know, the icing is when you get a result.
It's rare in any game, let alone first game, to have it all 11 playing the full 90 minutes. How much longer can they carry on doing that?
Well, that's the thing. You know, today it was important. We had Sean Maloney on the bench. He was the one senior that was on the bench. The other young boys who've been with us all pre-season, they've all contributed in some way to the pre-season, and I would have had no problem putting any of those players onto the football field. It's just the longer it goes and the more tense it gets, you just think, is there enough still in those players out there to get you through? And for me today and for the club, it was terrific. They all bonded well together. They all put that extra little bit in, and, you know, in the dressing room afterwards, they're all joyous.
I suspect they are. Was there one argument going on, though, as to who scored the first goal?
Well, I'll leave you with that. I've just seen it, and it was an unusual one at best, but two strikers going for the same ball, both probably connecting at the same time. It's a little bit like the World Cup goal, that one. It's be debated forever.
What happens next? What happens to you? What happens to the club? Do you have any idea from this point on?
Well, all I'm aware of is that, yes, there is a takeover happening. It's not a finalised deal yet as such. I'm in charge up to that point. I agreed to do that and put this team together for this game. There's a week in between. A lot's got to happen. A lot of things will happen, I'm sure, because we need to start getting some football players into this club just to bolster our chances in the Premier League.
And at any point has it crossed your or Stephen Clemence's mind to maybe just get a registration form in again?
Well, I can't do it, not with my knees anymore, but Clem probably with the size of his backside, probably not. But we're working hard. We lost a few members of staff, which was sad as well when Steve left. And I'm sure Steve will have enjoyed that result as well, because it's not very often Steve's been sat at home on the opening day of a fixture list. But that's the nature of the beast, and that's the nature of football. But I think, all in all, you know, compliments to everybody who's got us to this point.